New excerpts from the bombshell book raising questions about President Trump's White House and his mental fitness.
The president's mental fitness. Do you have concerns?
President Trump's mental fitness.
Questions his mental fitness for office.
About his mental fitness.
Not only the president's mental fitness for office.
Are you talking about the president's fitness, mental fitness?
On the mental fitness of the president.
I thought the most important questions were about the president's mental fitness.
I think that, there's no indication whatsoever that he has any cognitive issues. The president, he's very sharp and, he's very articulate when he speaks to me.
We launched an extensive web search that took us at least a few minutes, and we could only find one photo extant in all the land of Donald Trump with a dog. We launched an extensive web search that took us at least a few minutes, and we could only find one photo extant in all the land of Donald Trump with a dog.
He does things like call immigrants animals. And it is a very slippery slope when you start dehumanizing people this way. It's what the Nazis did.
It's what slave owners did. It's not what Americans do.
I don't quite understand what she's talking about. The president, a couple of days ago, a sheriff from Southern California made a comment about MS-13. He responded, referred to them as animals, and then...
And so when the president of the United States says about undocumented immigrants, these aren't people, these are animals. You have to wonder, does he not believe in the spark of divinity?
I want to bring him to her house and let him live with her.
Trump said about undocumented immigrants, these aren't people, they're animals.
These aren't people, they're animals.
Whether he was referring to gang members or not, because I don't buy that for a second, and I've looked at the transcript. They mentioned MS-13, but this is how he feels about all immigrants into the United States, so don't try to bullshit us here.
That could mean, the people coming in. So, all of the people coming in are animals.
Trump defenders immediately claimed that the president was only talking about members of the gang MS-13, which is not true.
I noticed recently where Democrats, Nancy Pelosi as an example, are trying to defend MS-13 gang members. I called them animals the other day, and I was met with rebuke. They said, they're people. They're not people. These are animals.
Thank goodness this atrocity was exposed by journalist Jose Vargas. The inhumanity of putting this poor baby in a cage. Oh, no, wait. This isn't a picture of Trump putting a migrant child in a cage. This is a picture of a staged protest put on by leftists. This is the real picture. See the same kid in the corner of the fake cage on the right side? Yeah, the kid's probably crying because he's mad his liberal parents are using him as a prop.
And Time magazine is doing it this way. Their newest cover shows that now famous image of that young Honduran girl crying as the president towers over her. And
Time magazine releases this cover,
declaring welcome to America with an image of Trump looking down on the crying child.
Is the damage done?
Well, it's certainly done to the 2,000 some odd children that have been ripped from their mothers and their fathers and their families. And
children that have been ripped from their mothers and their fathers and their families. And
let me remind you, it was Obama and his people who put migrant children in cages in 2014. Where was your outrage about that?
They are, but the media wants so much to destroy Donald Trump.
Now the power of a picture. This crying girl from Honduras became the literal poster child for Trump's border crackdown.
America. Just one problem. The father of that child spoke exclusively to the Daily Mail and said she was never separated from her mom. He said he was told yesterday that his wife and child are being detained at a family residential center in Texas. They are together and doing fine.
And attempted to take the microphone away from me. All I can say at that point is that I was trying to hang on to the microphone so I could continue to ask the president questions. Obviously, I didn't put my hands on her or touch her as they're alleging.
Obviously, I didn't put my hands on her or touch her as they're alleging.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted, she tweeted a doctored video clip that they believe is from InfoWars, a doctored video clip.
Sarah Sanders tweeted a doctored video.
The White House press office also put out a doctored version of the video.
Doctored.
You are fake news. Nobody manipulated it. Give me a break. See, that's just dishonest reporting. All that is a close-up. See, that is just dishonest reporting.
The part where he says, "Pardon me, ma'am," they cut the audio out.
Yeah, there's no audio in the entire clip, Jimmy, because the original was a GIF image. And GIF images don't have audio because it's not a video file, it's an image file.
That's not doctorate.
Now, we're not kidding. Look at this. CNN was running images all day long. There she is, porn star Stormy Daniels, next to Karen McDougal. We're not making this up.
As to what's happening right now, you can hear there is a chorus of boos and other chants from this Trump crowd here in Tampa, Florida. They're saying things like CNN sucks, go home, and fake news. Wolf, obviously, all of those things are false. We're staying right here. We're going to do our job and report on this rally to all of our viewers here tonight.
But they can make anything bad because they are the fake, disgusting news.
Let's be clear also about what's going on here. The theme here is, I'm Donald Trump and I'll protect you from the scary black people.
I'm Donald Trump and I'll protect you from the scary black people.
Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization.
Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization.
Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization.
They might win back the overwhelming majority of 60 seats. This could be a tidal wave. And there's only 3 months left before the election.
So really bad case of dry mouth, and he started to get the kind of buildup in his mouth, and it was a problem. I actually thought for a moment he might have lost a crown or something, that it was a dental problem. But whatever it was a real thing, because 10 minutes before the speech was over, he was not talking the way he was at the very end. And when he got to that, God bless the United States, it was something that people noticed, and they...
I think that I had given the president some medication, specifically some Sudafed over the days previous, and I think that I had inadvertently kind of dried up his secretions a little bit more than I intended to, and I think that led to, that precipitated it.
And one trend we saw throughout the year was fact checkers retracting their fact checks. What could be more embarrassing? Those who claim that they are stopping the spreading of misinformation, actually spreading misinformation themselves and admitting to it. Based on what we've seen throughout the year, it seems pretty clear that fake news will be well alive in 2019.
When you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot,
You are the enemy of the people.
I am your voice.
Now, mental fitness. This ought to be interesting.